Okay. I am just, Hi. I am just very quickly doing a little recording. Because I have a few seconds. Sorry, I quite literally just stepped in the door from taking a few days away with my family, which was very, very nice. And yeah, I'm really treasuring time with family right now. I think with just the crazy stuff being in the forefront of our minds and blasted all over the airwaves, it's putting a lot of things into perspective. So it was nice, and I would like to talk a little bit about wool and fiber because I have been busy while I've been away, and I've been spinning just about every morning for the last several months. I've been making it a part of my morning routine and really enjoying that. It just keeps me grounded, keeps me level. And in my type of work where I am working with people who are in some difficult places sometimes in their life with dementia and with getting older. So it's good to be able to come to things with a clear head. It's really important, actually. So I need to find ways to do that, healthy ways to do that in my life to bring me that sense of center. And spinning just does it for me. So I have been talking about releasing some kits. I realized that for me to, in order for me to keep crafting the way I craft, which I like to craft a lot, I'm going to need to give myself some supplementary yarn allowance in order to do that. So that's kind of my hope for these kits. It's, I'm not hoping to make a killing. I'm not hoping to make a living. I'm just hoping to be able to keep the stash going and keep pouring some resources back into the wool economy because, yeah, I really love wool, and I look at having wool around me like having paints as a painter. So you wouldn't deny a painter their paints, right? Anyway, so I've got my basket right over here, and I'm missing one thing. Ooh, there it is. Okay. So I got used to sitting in front of my computer and my laptop's over here. Just about started talking to it. So I've got my basket of goodies from my holidays here. And I've been working on another shawl. So with these shawl kits that I'm putting together, this collection is called the Hidden Gems collection. And that name kind of came to me for a couple reasons about this because, sorry, I'm just trying to grab one of these balls that's stuck down in here. Where is it? It's not a big deal. See, if you're looking for a really polished podcast person, I am not that person. I am not prone to taking the time to edit after these. I kind of give myself 15 minutes and then I really want to get back to crafting. So anyway, I try not to also be rushing through these because I like the idea of recording and actually getting some solid documentation of the things I've been making. I didn't realize actually how much it meant to me until I really just started giving a little bit more attention and energy to my Instagram. Just the taking of the pictures and then realizing, oh, I have this, catalog of all of the things that I've made in the last 6 months. And I don't know, there's just something satisfying about it. And playing around with photography has been more fun than I kind of thought it would be. I struggled with photography. It's not one of those things that really comes naturally to me. So I have got another shawl for the Hidden Gems collection, and the reason I called it that is that I really want to do more for the small time wool farmers that are out there because there's quite a lot of them, and it's just knowing where to find them and giving them a bit more exposure too. And since I like taking pictures and I really like wool, I figure why not? And so by selling these kits, I'm then able to go and find and purchase more fiber from other places to show and put out there and give other people a chance to try. So with this kit, I wanted to really feature one of the wools from one of the farms. And this is from Sequoia Ranch. I've got travel brain. Haven't had enough water. So I'm sorry, it is kind of later in the day today. So this is knit with two different balls of yarn that are slightly similar. The only thing that is different about these is that one is plied with a very dark charcoal and the other is plied with a medium, sort of warmer gray. And so it made these beautiful micro stripes, and backwards. And then I put this mosaic pattern in here. And I want to give you a close-up of it, but yeah, the lighting's a little funny. Anyway, so I thought it would be fun to have a little section where you really just get to focus in on trying the really firmy, fibery goodness. And it just features it a little bit more. So this is going to be one of the different versions of the pattern. So I'm just including like a pattern recipe. It's not been test knitted, it's not been anything like that. It's about taking some measurements with a scale actually to try and use up as much of the yardage that you can. So I'm still testing out those numbers. I want to really make sure I have that down before I put it into a kit. But I just wanted there to be a few different options of ways of having the kits look. So some of them will have more micro striping. Some will be more evenly blended because I'll just apply it all with the same colored gray. Basically what I'm doing is applying a lot of things with gray. And I love the effect. I've just been loving how it's muting everything, toning it down, and when it's applied with all of the same color of gray, it tends to have this very, shimmery, sort of chameleon-like effect. Looks like a solid color from far away, but then when you get up close, you start to see all the variation. So I've just been loving the effect, and I'm just obsessively making them. So I really can't stop. I've enjoyed absolutely every second of working with these fibers and with these wools, and I've been loving spinning them and getting to know different farms that I had never heard of before. And I just want to be able to tell you more about them, tell people more about them. So I've been doing that a lot on my Instagram page, which is Artifacts of Appreciation, by the way. I'm really bad at being my own PR person. But yeah, I've been trying to post a lot more, take a lot more pictures of things. And yeah, I've only got one kit done to actually sell. I've knit all the other ones that I've been testing out. I really wanted to see if this was something that I liked to make. And since the ideas kind of just kept coming and things just seemed to be lining up with this, I thought, you know what, I'm going to go for it. As long as I'm having fun, I'm going to do it. So I have got my first kit here, which I named Summer's Encore, because it is actually quite bright. You can see there's a very bright green in here. So that's one of the solid colors, solid colors that it's been applied with. And then with this one, I changed up more things. So I have some more reddish tones in this one skein on the right. There's more red, fuchsia, purple, there's also some blue and some more really kind of mustardy yellows. And then this one is much cooler. So I have a little bit extra of this that I had. It's hard to get exact plies with, exact yardage in the plies with these. And so I've been having little balls of extra, and I plied up a little bit because I want to knit a swatch. I'm not done with this yet. I'm not done with this. Yeah. I want to knit a swatch up before I post it on the Instagram. I obviously need some downtime. I think maybe at 4 or 4. I want to make just an example, just so you kind of know what you're getting yourself into with handspun. Because I get with buying handspun, it's a bit of a gamble, it might feel like, because every skein is going to be different, just depending on how someone spins something. And so it's nice to kind of see how the fabric is going to look. And I'm going to include that as part of the kit so that you can get a sense of what my gauge looks like when I knit the pattern, and that you have a little something for your knitting journal too. Because I'm going to put it on a nice tag and put a little more information about the wools that were used in it too. And another reason these are called hidden gems is because my husband made a absolute buttload of these gorgeous stone, semi-precious stone, and there's some precious stones in there too actually, stitch markers. And I have collected some beads in my life. I love stones. I've always been that sort of kid who was combing the beach looking for things. So when I got older and started learning how to make some jewelry, I kind of was like a crow with these things. So what you'll notice is I got some tags made up on Canva, or was it, I think it was Vistaprint actually, just because, you know, I wanted something to have some info about the handspun I've done. And yeah, I'm really loving putting these together and deciding which beads complement the yarn. So, you know, this can either become something that you just put around a chain and wear on your neck afterwards to go with your shawl, or you can use them as stitch markers. So my husband, he learned how to make these, and he did a very excellent job of making sure there will not be any snags, because you really just have to make sure that you clamp down the wire really well so it doesn't cause any problems with, you know, snagging on your beautiful yarn. And I think it really is cool together when you get to see the natural wools and the natural stones hang in there. So I have been thinking a lot about price point about these things, and that's something that I've discussed a little bit more on my page as well, because it's so darn hard to price your own art and how to figure out how much you think, one, people will be willing to buy it for, actually, because you don't want to, I don't know, go way out there, I guess. I don't want to be greedy. I want to just be able to do this craft to the extent that I do it. But I also don't want to, you know, charge myself only $3 an hour. I just don't feel like that actually is respectful to the amount of skill that it has taken me to get to this point where I can make yarns that look like this and feel like this, because I've been spinning for 9 years now. And so, I don't know. It's been rough, guys, to figure this out. Because I don't want to be greedy, and but at the same time, I don't want to undervalue myself. So I kind of came up with a formula that I'm comfortable with, and I'll share more about that later on. I've got one other thing to show you, because my 15 minutes is running out, and I think my husband's going to be home any minute. So I plied up some CVM Romeldale from Crannog Ales Left Field Farm, and this is some undyed fleece. It was I believe Maggie or Magpie. I think it was Magpie. Magpie's first fleece. So I've been working on this on the road because I cannot knit anything but garter stitch in the car unless I want to get violently ill. And this is a 2-ply, and this wool has got, I mean, the stretch on this, the bounce back factor and this type of wool is so fun, and it's very soft. So I'm going to make myself just a smaller version of the shawls that I've been making. Yeah, I am obsessed with this shawl shape. I am not going to hide that one bit. I don't have any reason to. It's fantastic. It stays on. You don't have to fuss with it. You put it on, you tie it on, it stays where it's supposed to stay. So it's just in the end makes like a shallow, long triangle. And I just find that for me, when I ride my bike or I want to go on a long walk, I kind of need something to stay tucked inside my jacket. It rains a lot here, so you don't really want a big scarf flying around necessarily unless you want to have a sopping wet piece of fabric on your body. So this has just been my favorite. It's been one of my favorites to gift and my favorites to wear, my favorites to knit, because it's absolutely stuck in my brain now. And yeah, so this wool has been a lot of fun, and going to Crannog Ales to pick up this wool was really fun too, because it's a very cool and eclectic location. And if you're ever in the Shuswap area, you should definitely check them out. So I don't think I took any time at all to introduce myself or anything in this video. Doesn't matter. Do you need to know my name? No. You probably just want to see the knitting, right? Right? Okay, well, it was really nice coming in here for a few minutes and just talking about what I was doing on vacation. And yeah, I've been feeling kind of weird, honestly, about social media and everything, just media in general and the effect that it's having on me. And I realized that maybe one of the things I could do is just add something that I would like to see online, which is really people talking about the things they are really passionate about and excited about. I enjoy listening to that, and I enjoy listening to people who are willing to share the things that they are really loving and enjoying doing. So, yeah. All right, bye. Okay. I am just about to lose my light. You can see the sun is creeping up on me here. So I thought it would just be a good moment to just take a little footage for the YouTube channel. I finally have my first kit together, and I've just got a sample left to knit and the stitch markers. Here they are. I went through the big pile of them trying to decide which one I thought suited this the best, and this one just really stood out to me. So it's got some freshwater pearls there. This is some rutilated quartz. There's some more rutilated quartz, which is also known as sunstone, which is this little dangly one right there. There's some onyx. There's some, I think it's called carnelian. I haven't seen these out in a while, so I can't quite remember the names. But these are just some really itty bitty stitch markers there. So I had some little cards made up. You can see it here. This is just going to have the fiber information, you know, just your basic tag. Yeah, I just thought this was like cute and extra. The other thing I have here is, this is just a little info on some of the undyed fiber that I have in here, because I really do want to just give credit where credit is due, and this is where this beautiful stuff came from, and it gives you a little texture feel just to kind of see what the wool feels like on its own. Yeah, okay, I better go. I'm starting to cook out here.